Hello, my name is Cracknell from Quantum Reading Learning Vision, and I'm going to be presenting a comparison of two of our most popular desktop electronic magnifiers, Clearview C One and Clearview C Wideview Speech. They're both very similar in many ways, but the Clearview Wideview Speech has extra features, and the Clearview C One comes in as a very good value product for everyday reading and writing tasks. So the principal differences between these devices are that the Clearview C One has a 22-inch screen and the Clearview C Wideview Speech has a 24-inch screen. They also have slightly different cameras. So the Clearview Wideview Speech has full HD, that's 1080p, full HD superior resolution camera and screen. And the Clearview C One has an HD camera, but it's not as sharp or as high resolution as the Clearview Wideview Speech. However, both attempt to do the same kind of everyday tasks, like reading books, writing crosswords, checking packaging, and so on. It's just a matter of how much people need to read. The Clearview Speech will actually be less visual fatigue for people because you can invoke the speech function where it can read out loud. So if you're tiring visually, you can just have the document read out loud to you. That's not present as a feature on the Clearview One, which is purely an electronic magnifier. One of the key differences in terms of the screen size and the camera is that with the Clearview C One, we can't fit quite as much on the screen as we can on the Clearview Wideview Speech. Now that's not so important for certain sorts of documents, but for some documents, for example, books, reading books and novels, that sort of thing, the Clearview C Wideview Speech with the wider screen and the magnification level can actually fit the contents of a novel width across the page, whereas we can't quite do that with the Clearview One at certain magnifications. I'm just going to demonstrate that now. I'll put standard novel underneath the Clearview Wideview Speech and magnify to a certain magnification. And you can see that we can read from the left edge to the right edge. All I need to do to read this page is to read down with my eyes and then simply push the sliding tray in to read down the rest of the page. Now that makes for a very comfortable reading. If I put the same page onto the Clearview One at the same magnification, you'll see that I can't quite fit the whole width of the page. Therefore, I need to slide the platform a little bit in to the left to read the right-hand side, which means I have to do a lot more left, right, as well as the up-down to read that page. So that will slow down our reading a bit. So for people who are reading novels and so on, they might prefer to use the Clearview Wideview Speech. But for everyday materials, like, of course, brochures and that sort of thing, of course, it's perfectly okay to move around the page at whatever magnification, because we're not reading for fluency, we're just reading for factual matters and so on. Now, you'll notice that on the two machines, I have them set to a high contrast. Both machines can actually switch different high contrast modes. At the moment, we're in black and white. If I press a button, I can go to white and black or various other color combinations. So both machines can do various high contrast settings. We can also have line markers. So line markers will allow us to put like a ruler across the screen just to help make sure that we're square when we're reading along the line. So those features are common between both machines. The other thing that is a difference between the two machines is the sharpness for photographs and other materials like that. So I'll just demonstrate that. If I just use the same photograph in the same brochure, You may notice that there's a difference in the way the colours are treated. So on the Clearview Wideview Speech, it's actually a truer colour representation than it is on the Clearview One, which is not quite as sharp as on the Clearview Wideview Speech. Both of these devices can magnify very greatly, as you can see on the screens here. We've just got two letters shown on the screen. This is at a magnification of about 75 times. That's the maximum magnification for both machines. Actually, the Clearview Wideview Speech can, in one of its modes, go up to much greater magnifications in a digital mode. The thing is, of course, we don't normally read at these huge magnifications. I just wanted to show you that there is actually a difference in clarity and sharpness on the Clearview Wideview Speech at that maximum magnification. It is a little sharper, the edges are a little sharper. So that's the maximum magnification for both of those machines, about 75 times. Now, the minimum magnification is important too. So on the Clearview Wideview Speech, it's 1.5 times. And on the Clearview One, it is 2 times. Doesn't seem like much, but that's enough to allow much more to be seen on the screen at a time. So if I reduce the magnification now down to the minimum for both machines, then we should be able to see more on the Clearview Wideview Speech than we can on the Clearview. The main other difference, of course, between the Clearview Speech and the Clearview One is that the speech model can actually read the document out loud. And this is particularly important where people get reading fatigue. They can actually just simply press on the touch screen of the Clearview Speech and it will read out loud the document from top to bottom. And I'll just demonstrate that now. Let's touch the...
Position the text inside the window and tap the screen.
It asks me to put it within the window, which I shall do now. Tap the screen. And it's going to process this into a single column, which will be read out loud in large
Bring
print.
right back into focus with our site support products that you can no longer read your letters, bills or TV guide you to call us up.
And we can slow that down with a simple touchscreen control.
Speed down. Speed down.
And we can decrease or increase the volume.
Volume up. Eyesight. Or if you are one of the many thousands of Australians living with macular degeneration, glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy, our solutions include desktop
We can change the background, we can change the appearance, a single column. We could actually have it showing a representation of the document and a highlight moving through it as it speaks. The voices can be changed, male and female, and different accents as well. So this is a huge advantage for the Clearview Speech over the Clearview One, which of course is just an electronic magnifier. So in summary, they're both excellent desktop electronic magnifiers. They have the same features in terms of magnification, except that the Clearview Wideview Speech can go to a lower minimum magnification, and with a bigger screen, 24-inch screen, you can fit more words across the screen. The Clearview One is a lot cheaper than the Clearview Wideview Speech. It comes in at $4,150 Australian. And the Clearview Wideview Speech is $7,990 Australian dollars. So there's a big difference in budget there between the two models. Of course, the other main difference is that the Clearview Wideview Speech has got those excellent text-to-speech functions. It's one of our most popular products for text-to-speech. Very simple to operate. We have people in their 90s who are using the Clearview Wideview Speech to enjoy reading again and to manage their affairs. The Clearview C One, very popular, good value model for everyday reading and writing tasks.